President Cyril Ramaphosa has yet to announce the name of the person who will be the country's new Chief Justice. He says he's still applying his mind to the recommendations of the Judicial Service Commission after it put forward Supreme Court of Appeal Judge President Mandisa Maya for the top job. The interview process generated much criticism, with many arguing that the JSC needs reform. While we're joined by Judges Matter Research and Advocacy Officer Mbekezeli Benjamin. Mr. Benjamin, good evening to you. Thank you for your time. How worried are you about the fact that the President has not made an appointment yet? And, I mean, should we be concerned?
Good evening, Kathy, and good evening to the viewers at home. We, as Judges Matter, are really worried that the President has not made a decision, and almost a month has gone by since the interviews. And even if we stretch it longer, it's now exactly 140 days since the former Chief Justice retired. So we are really worried, and particularly considering the issues that need to be dealt with in the judiciary. The judiciary needs a leader right now, and the more the President is delaying, the bigger the problems become.
What are the dangers of this leadership vacuum, as you describe it?
So first and foremost, Kathy, is that there needs to be some serious reforms that are done to the Judicial Service Commission. We saw from last month's interviews that the Judicial Service Commission is fundamentally broken. So it needs someone who will take the mantle and be able to lead the changes that needs to happen at that institution. And without the Chief Justice, unfortunately, those changes cannot happen. Secondly, the judiciary is still suffering from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we need someone who will be able to lead the judiciary in the process of rebuilding the institution after the ruins of the pandemic. So there's also that risk. But also, we're just a month away now from the interviews for the Constitutional Court. And without the Chief Justice being in place, we don't really know how that institution is going to fare. So there are a lot of issues that need to be dealt with right now. And without a leader in place, it's very difficult for there to be movement on them.
And do you read anything specific into the President not having already made this announcement?
Well, we don't have anything tangible that we know is behind the delay, but I think we need to put the delay in a particular context. This process of recruiting the new Chief Justice started in September, almost 6 months ago, and already it was late. So there was some urgency into finalizing the process. And by the time that it got to the JSC interview stage, the President had a fair idea of what the candidates look like, what their potential is, and there was some guidance on where his decision could be. So what we expected was that the JSC process would simply be a confirmation of his final decision. And it's been a month now, and that decision has not come. And if we also compare it to, for example, the last appointment of the Chief Justice, it took only 4 days from the day of the interview until the day of the appointment to be made. And so it makes no sense why 4 weeks have passed and still there's no decision.
Let's leave it there for tonight. Research and Advocacy Officer at Judges Matter, Mbekezeli Benjamin.